Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And today we're with a 1967 Suzuki T20 and a box of parts. So let's take a walk around this guy and look at it and see what's here, what's not there. It looks like it was a restoration that wasn't finished. You can see it's got good paint back here. It looks like it's been done a while back. It has the wrong seat. And then it's just, you know, missing coils, things like that. The petcock was, the tank was painted and taped off and it's not on, not there. You know, it doesn't have a petcock. Missing some things. You see we're missing some hardware here and there. Chain not on it. The handlebars look like they were painted or powder coated or maybe just bought this way. Let me know. These, I mean, they look pretty good. Let's look on the inside, see if we can tell if they're newer. Yeah, they don't feel rusty on the inside, so it's not bad. It just needs to be put together. Right? And one of the things I want to do today is take the box of parts. So what I want to do is take this box of parts. Let's see what we have. There's headlight and speedo. What this thing had, 25,000 miles on it. Wow. See what's in the box that we can put on. What else do we need to replace? Those are the fork gears to go together. This is related hardware in bits and pieces. We've got maybe a clutch or brake cable, speedo cable. Is there a tack on this thing? Our tack cable. Here's our coils. Oh, this is our entire wiring harness right here. Horn. Mirrors, headlight for said headlight bucket, and these things are all these odd shaped headlights like this with the square bottom. These things are unobtainium when you try to find them. That's why you can, if this is broken, thankfully these are bulbs that come out. The early Honda Dreams, like these guys, these, and even on the small one over there, you can't find them because they're sealed. At least those are just bulbs. See, like this one on this one. So you can't find those, so that's good. Oh, looks like we got a throttle. We got some related cushions here for something. And what else in this box? Oh, look at these Suzuki badges that, some reason why this plastic is like early 90s headlight plastic that just didn't stand the test of time. Some more stuff. And then that's it in the box. Now, the reason why I want to put, whether we get this thing running today or not, I'd rather have all of this on the bike. That way I don't have to look for it. I don't have to worry about if this box falls on the ground and I lose things. The easiest way not to lose parts for your project motorcycle are to have them on your project motorcycle. So the more of that we do, the better off we are. So that's why we want to take that box, empty it, put it here. Then we can determine a couple of things. One, what are the missing pieces of it? Right now, we're not sure what the missing pieces are. So we want to determine what the missing pieces are. And then two, what do we need to get it running? Okay, let's start by taking this seat off. Pop this guy off. There we go. This is just an aftermarket Chinesium seat. Okay, we got it. Yep, got that guy. Now, tank is off. Let's take off this side cover. I really like this Suzuki script right here. This is, yeah, come on, jeez, look how long it is. That's what she said. Okay, good. I wanted to take this off because I know some of our wiring that connects from from here, and yeah, from here that comes in back here, we're going to need if we're going to hook up our wiring first. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how I need to figure out how the wiring routes, and I'm going to show you what I use to find it. So guys, all I do is type in 1967 Suzuki, year, make, and model, and then follow it up with CMSNL. And then I go to, because CMSNL is Consolidated Motor Spares out of New England, out in the Netherlands, New England. And then I scroll down till I find the wiring version. Here we go, right here. I click on this guy, and then I'll click on the view larger image, and this will show me exactly where everything, where it routes, what mounts up, where it mounts up, all the way through. So I'll be able to use that to route my wires, where to mount the rectifier, where to mount the horn, all of that stuff. Guys, this is such a useful resource. I use it for everything. The other thing that's good for it is they even have the size of the hardware size you need, and you can just run right to your local hardware store to get it. So it's a pretty phenomenal resource, CMSNL, and they've got great parts. If you need the parts, if they have them, they'll ship them to you, and they ship them very, very quickly. Okay, this is the harness, and it's stuff all mixed up in it. Let's see. Trying to break it free. Let's see. It's all. There we go. That goes over there. This guy is going to go that way. It goes that way. I just want to clean it off a little bit. And then just kind of wipe this stuff down. Plus I get to clean the floor a little bit. No use putting the dirty harness on, right? Doesn't hurt to clean these up, because then I get to see what colors they are when I find the wiring diagram to plug everything in. Hopefully everything will be pretty color coded to make life a little easier on us. There's not a lot of wires, so it's kind of hard to mess up. But you can mess up. But once all the magic smoke starts coming out, you typically, I should test this harness too before I put it in. Okay, so I'm going to test this harness just for continuity, just to make sure I don't have any broken or chewed wires. I'm just going to work through all of these to over here, and what I'm looking for is hopefully 0. So let's start with, try to find where that one ends. From start to finish. Let's go. Let's start with the red one. Just jam this one in here. And then we'll go red one here. Come there. And we get it. Find the right one. Am I getting nothing? Come on. Is this thing even working? So I figured out why I wasn't getting any reading, because this guy not working like it should. You can't get good $4 multimeters anymore. I remember back in my day. So we'll just try to touch this guy. We'll use this one to stick in like that, and then we'll stick this one over here, and there we go. We're at 0. So red wire, good. So let's go to the next one. We'll go to, this is the blue one, and the blue one here. Let's see if this will work. This may not work. Oh, I may need to do this. Maybe use this alligator clip. Get in there, and then we'll do this. Yep, we're back down to, there we go. The blue one works. Let's just do, yep. Okay, so let's see, did we get all of these? Green and white, we got the white. Yeah, I think we got black. Yes, we got all of these. So now let's test the remainder of these. Okay, all these tested out good, so let's go ahead and put it on. Okay, so we have the harness kind of loosely where it goes. Got to put in this rectifier, and it goes right here. Thankfully it has it's not quite round, so it's got a flat side, so we're just gonna stick it in here to where it locks in. There we go. It was right there. Now we got some places to put these plugs. Okay, so I think I'm getting it sorted. Let me put a zip right here just to hold this guy in place, because there's a couple of things happening right here. Let me show you. This goes down to my brake switch, so that's going to come underneath, which is right here. It's my brake switch. I'm going to leave it right there for now. These two right here, I'll show you here, go to this guy that go to my tail light. So they go from here to my tail light. They're going to feed underneath, just like that. Plug in right there. Our coils plug in right there. These wires need to go on the other side. Everything runs on this, according to the diagram, runs on this tube here, and then horn mounts right there. Good. Let's get that bolted up. Okay, so I think I have these figured out. I'm guessing on this. I couldn't find an image that showed me where the coils go, which direction they go to, so I'm thinking they go this way and then back down to this way. I'll have to hit them with the heat gun to get them to loosen up a little bit. This puts the wires in kind of a better position. Less stuff out here, and that guy goes right there. Let me put one more zip right there, and then we're good to go. Let's go ahead and put these coils in right there. I'm missing some hardware. I only have one of these. Let me look through that bag, see if I can find another one. Okay, so the hardware bag didn't have the hardware I was hoping for. So we're going to have a lot of hope and pray stuff. So I'll just have to keep track of what we're going to need. I'm still going to mount up the horn where it would go, and then I'll just get that hardware. I'm just going to use zips for now. We'll have to take it apart, put it on to do it right. But okay, I have the coil mounted up with one bolt. We need to get another one, and I'm just going to hook this up just so I don't have to look for it. We'll have to get the hardware for this. Okay, it looks like I have all of it except for one remaining wire. Yes, I've got to plug this guy into here. Okay, so let's jam all this. We don't have the cover that goes over it. I'll have to find one of those to cover all these wires. They go into here. This guy goes in here. Also going to have to repair this little, I don't have a fuse in there, but I'm also going to have to repair this rectifier wire right there just to cover it. We'll do that, and then we're good to go. I'm not trying to have this guy run today, but we are trying to have the pieces go back to where they go. Okay, so we've got the wire plugged in underneath. Let's see, I think I probably have something to feed that through. $30. Something? Oh, there's a couple clips over there. And then it goes up right here. Come on, get in there. Hardest thing I'll do today. Come on. One more. There you go, you got it. This is like having a 60-year-old puzzle that you find in your grandma's attic, and you don't really have pictures. You've got kind of drawings of where everything goes, and you're trying to sort your way through it. But we've got the harness where it goes, got it coming out the front. Now I can put the tank back on and the seat back on. I can put this cover back on, so then we can start moving to the front end. Okay, so we have the seat and the tank back on, and we're going to go ahead and put the tack cable on. It'll just run from right here, and then we'll fish it up to the front. Okay, let me go ahead and just wipe this guy down, clean it up. We'll fish it in. Let's undo this 10mm. No, hold on. This is not going to fit. This one looks like it would slide in there. This looks like a Speedo cable. Maybe it's a Speedo cable, but I'm missing, if it went this way, I'm missing the hardware to secure it. So that's not going to work. So this is part of the fun of having mystery boxes that come with your motorcycle, is that this guy we're missing hardware for. Looks like it was bent up for some reason. And this guy looks to be like a brake or a clutch, looks like a brake or a clutch cable. But this bike already has brake and clutch on it. So, not sure what that is for. So let's move on to the next thing. Okay, let's start looking at the headlight and the fork ears, and we got the gaiters that go over that back there. We got fork ear. Hold on. There's not another one. Crapola. We're missing a fork ear. So can't do that. That stinks. Well, that stinks. That kind of puts us at a standstill on this guy, because we can't put the rest of the front end together without that. Yeah, we have a throttle cable. Yeah, this is the throttle cable. Yeah, that stinks. So we're headlight. Stay. Yeah, we're missing some goods. So we're gonna need to order some parts. I'm gonna make a list of the things that we need. These are the old gaiters. I think we're gonna need new ones. I think one of these was split. Yeah, this one shouldn't be doing that. So that one's split. We'll order some new gaiters. Yeah, this one's got a hole in it too. So we'll make a list of the things that we need. Gaiters. God, that fork ear is going to be a pain. Let's see which one it is. Looks like it's the left one. No, or yeah. This is the top. Yeah, that's got to be the top. If this is even it. Yeah, looks like, I don't know, guys. Yeah, this looks like that slides over it. Looks like there's a gap. Sorry, I'm shining the light in your eyes. Looks like there's a little gap right there. So looks like this guy is this one. Looks like it's the one for the right side. So now I need to find a left fork ear. Stinks. That's going to be difficult. Let's do a quick search. Okay, let's go ahead and look to see if we can come up with any pieces or parts for this guy. We're looking for a Suzuki T20. Let's see what comes up. We'll sort this by, come on, by used. Sample that headlight. Well, that's not too bad. It's, carbs. Oh, these pieces and parts aren't too bad, but I need some fork ears. But that is the limit. Jeez and Pete's, 487 results, but only, let's go fork ears. Oh, good. 22 bucks. Here we go. Okay, that's not bad. We'll do these as opposed to these. Look at these, $22 versus $69. And now we need to free delivery these things. $28. Yep. Okay, it's got to be these. Let's check them. Kyoto cycle. Let's make sure they're the same. Look the same. Let's see if there's some that don't have to be painted. Okay, so here is our list of things we need. Left fork gear, throttle assembly, fork gaiters, seat, choke cable, tank badges, tank rubbers, knee pads, right mirror clamp, petcock, kickstart rubber, shifter rubber, and then headlight trim ring. And that's just to make it complete. It'll be 100% complete at that point. Then we get to determine, does it run? Let's figure out what this costs. Okay, I went through and put some prices down with some things. There's some things I have not been able to find yet. Right mirror clamp, tank rubbers. These are the knee pads, the choke cable, and fork gaiters. I know I can find some universal fork gaiters that'll fit it, but we just want to make sure we find the right size. So I have to do some further research. So all total, minus these four, without those four in the equation, we're at $495. A large chunk of that, $275, is in the seat. So, I mean, you take that off and you're at 220 bucks, which is not bad. Not bad when you think about it. So we could stay at, okay, do we need the seat? Seat would be awesome, and that's a refurbished seat. That would be, you know, one that's a repo. So that's going to be the kind of the next thing that we figure out. I'll forward that to him, let him know what we have. I believe this bike is worth it. I think we could probably get by with this seat, and that would bring us down to what, 225 bucks. So it's not too bad, but we have to make some decisions at that point. I think this bike is worth it. Let me know down below. What do you think? I think this bike is worth kind of bringing back and having it be in its glory, so to speak. And the way the paint is finished, the fenders are finished, everything else, it's worth kind of keeping it that way. So it's worth bringing it back. And that's everything I could think of. Yeah. Oh, we're missing a chain on there, so we got to add another 50 bucks. So we're missing a chain, and that's $495 plus we got to add the chain. We have to add these things in, so another maybe $150 maybe 200 bucks. So you figure 700 bucks would be what we would need to get this thing kind of back up and up to the way it should be. Then we got to make it run. We have to hope that whoever put the time and energy to make it pretty put the insides together, so it's not just a make-believe. Which we know people do that. So this one didn't quite go like I had hoped. I had hoped we'd be able to look at it and look like a more complete motorcycle, and this box would be gone, but I'm going to go ahead and put that in the other room. The good thing is I label the boxes with the number of the bike and the make and model, just so that we can find them, and it makes it a little easier to come by. So they're all closed up, everything's sealed, and I put everything in the box in bags so we don't lose anything. So guys, I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button.